Hello everybody, SlickFrame James here, back for another commentary episode for Ask Mario. Today we're going to be looking at episode 13. This aired on September 4th, 2021, and it was the very first episode to feature this guy, Donkey Kong. Sadly, Diddy Kong has not been put on the show yet, but, you know, one of these days, my child, he will get his time in the sun one of these... I just realized I'm petting my left boob. Just gonna stop doing that now. Couple things real quick before we get started. First of all, thank you to everybody who wished me a happy birthday last week. Really appreciate that. Got some cool fan art. That was really awesome. Thank you guys. And also, a quick update on Ask Mario episode 17. Still working on the audio right now, but I'm hoping to get it released the first or second week of May. Leaning towards the first, but you never know what might come up and delay it. And lastly, just a quick word from our sponsor. This is me after eating an unhealthy amount of sugary cereal and forgetting to take my crazy pills. Not exactly a good combo. Which is why I started eating Magic Spoon. A healthy treat for kids and adults alike, Magic Spoon is cereal reinvented. The adult and inner child in you will love these tasty, never boring flavors you won't believe are actually good for you. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs and 140 calories per serving. They're also keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. Click the link below to get some Magic Spoon cereal today. You can build your very own variety box and use my code SlickFrame for $5 off. You can choose from the best-selling cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, cookies and cream, maple waffle, blueberry, and cinnamon. But wait, Magic Spoon is now adding Honey Nut to their permanent collection, so be sure to add Honey Nut to your custom box and try it out. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Also, for my Canadian and British fans, Magic Spoon is now shipping to Canada and the UK. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this video. On with the show. Coming to you live from the Mushroom Kingdom, it's Ask Mario!
Hey, everyone! Whoa, Bro!
When I was telling Monica how I'd like her to make those drawings for Mario there, where he's falling over, I basically told her to think of Charlie Brown falling over when he tries to kick the football that Lucy holds up. She's actually a huge fan of Peanuts, so, you know, I'm sure she had fun drawing that.
It's a huge safety hazard. Only the dumbest, laziest tonto would do something so stupido. If I ever find out who did that, I'll say some very nice things about him, like how not stupido he is, and how nice his tie looks, and how he doesn't want to smack me in the face. Hi.
Some of you may notice that Donkey Kong's art style looks a little bit different from Mario, Luigi, and Bowser, and even SlickFrame. The artwork for Donkey Kong was drawn by Reggie JamesMan, or JamesMan Extreme. He has a lot of different names. I just call him Reggie. I realized that a little later that he didn't give Donkey Kong the thick black outlines that Monica gives her characters. But I think it's actually okay because Donkey Kong is technically from another series. He has his own series, so if he has a slightly different art style, I think that's okay. I generally care about the consistency in the art style with the characters, but for different for characters from different franchises, I think I'm okay with that.
Excuse me, SlickFrame? You're
And something that some of you might think is or might ask me is like, why is it that Donkey Kong doesn't speak full sentences? Why did I use subtitles and just monkey sounds for him? I mean, because Donkey Kong doesn't really speak in the games. I know he spoke in that old Donkey Kong Country cartoon, but I didn't really want to do that. When I look at that version of Donkey Kong, I just don't think he really matches the original DK from the games. I wanted to be a little bit more, true to the original Donkey Kong. I'm sure not all of you are happy with reading subtitles, but, that's just what I wanted to do. Donkey Kong does talk in some of his games. Like, I remember in the Donkey Kong Country Game Boy Advance remakes, they gave him text, but he still never actually spoke voice lines. So there's been a little bit of inconsistency with Donkey Kong in the way he's written throughout the games. Like in the old Donkey Kong Country games, he was just kind of a regular chill dude, but then in Donkey Kong 64, they made him a lot more dumb. They had him say things like, what Cranky mean by trading? Donkey all confused. And that's actually, I decided to go with that version of Donkey Kong from DK64. Have him kind of talk in the third person, almost kind of like Elmo, where it's like, Donkey do this, Donkey think this, blah, blah, blah. I figured I'd have you guys do this episode on the Omega form of the 75M stage from Smash Bros. Plenty of elbow room, huh?
I guess.
Good boy! This is the last time you put me somewhere without my permission.
This might be my favorite part in this episode.
Break you in half like the toothpick you are.
I can break you in half like the toothpick you are.
Wow. Those emotes there were drawn by Jessica, aka Corpse Syndrome, of Mario and the Music Box fame. 0.9%.
If you let me out of here, I can help you bring it down to 0% by sending you to the afterlife. How is that sound?
I don't know why my ring light keeps doing that. It's really weird.
Slick, why didn't you just move the camera back a bit or increase the aspect ratio?
It'll all make sense eventually. For now, let's get to the questions. Because, Luigi, I really wanted to annoy a bunch of members of my audience by trapping you in the TV for several months. How did you become friends? Is there still a rivalry deep down since the Mario vs. DK series extends into the late 2000s? I remember when the first Mario vs. Donkey Kong game came out. It was on Game Boy Advance, and it was a pretty challenging game. It was pretty hard for me at the time. I was able to beat it, luckily, but yeah, it was one of the hardest games I ever played at the time. I think I probably like it better than what they ended up doing with the series after that, where they made it all touchscreen based and these kind of Lemmings-style games where you gotta move the mini Marios around. I don't know. I haven't played that original game in a while.
So no, we didn't start out as enemies. We got along just fine. Until 2004, when we became...
One thing I'd like to bring up about Donkey Kong's artwork is, so Reggie Jamesman, or Reggie, Jamesman Extreme, Reggie, I'm just gonna call him Reggie. Call him Reggie. Reggie actually, he stepped down from the show recently. Now Devin Quigley is working on Donkey Kong's artwork, and he's been doing a really good job, and it was a little disappointing to see Reggie go, but you know what? He contributed a lot to the show. He drew a lot of artwork for Donkey Kong. He did a really great job, and he left on good terms. He left because he wants to focus more on his own projects. But I still stay in contact with him. Whenever Devin works on new drawings for Donkey Kong, I send him over to Reggie to just get his opinion on them to make sure he thinks that they match his original art style. So he still contributes to the show a bit, even if he doesn't make artwork for it anymore.
Yeah, I was bingo on this one. What's your problem, Mario?
Wait, why did you want that?
One thing I realized is that I might have made Donkey Kong a little bit too big here, scale-wise, because when he stands up all the way, he's a little taller than Bowser. I didn't realize that until the editing phase, and I was like, it's a little odd seeing him stand taller than Bowser, but I guess you could say Bowser's kind of just hunched over a little. Maybe if he was standing up straight more, he'd be taller than DK, but dude, there's so much size inconsistency with the characters throughout most of the games, so meh. And nobody has ever brought this up to me before, so I think I might be the only person who really noticed and care about it. But your hugest fan ever, and I have a crush on you.
What is wrong with you people? I've already said this 1,000,000 times. I hate it. Why are you so obsessed with me kissing every breathing thing under the friggin' sun? Ooh.
It's better you don't know.
Some of you may notice with those really mad rage emotes for Bowser a few seconds ago, there was this big yellow stomp effect under his feet. I eventually took those out because I realized that it looks a little odd when he's not actually stomping his feet.
Well, Cody, it's great to know that you have such good taste, but I kind of already have a thing I kidnap on a regular basis. So,
Peach isn't a thing. Show some respect.
For a hot adult princess, the position is filled. But I appreciate your loyalty to me, I guess.
Shouldn't DK be getting the questions today?
I just wanted to show him the kind of things your fans ask. I was originally planning to have this whole episode just be questions for Donkey Kong, but Cody Davis was very persistent with sending me in this question. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Might as well just throw it in. Since your grandfather Cranky is the original and DK Jr. is your father? Second question, everyone keeps thinking Diddy is your nephew, but you're the best of buddies, am I right? And third question is, do you miss the old days with Rareware now that they belong to Microsoft? I myself am a huge fan of Rare. I don't think that the company started making bad games right when they moved to Microsoft. In fact, one of my favorite Rare games is Viva Pinata for the Xbox 360. A lot of people tend to say that Rare's glory years were when they were with Nintendo in the 90s, and yeah, I think that's true too, but I mean, I don't think they became like an awful game developer or anything. I mean, I don't like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, but, you know, at least we got Viva Pinata and Cameo. I like those games. Let's see if these is not bad.
Heard that myself. Oh, another retcon. I see.
That's the thing about instruction manuals for these games. Like, I think what they do is they hire somebody to write stories in the instruction manuals, and I always really liked reading those stories. Like, when I was a kid, I would read the N64 instruction manuals and read the stories that they'd write. But I think maybe that writer would just come up with things, and then it wouldn't stay consistent in later entries in the series, like them saying that Diddy Kong is Donkey Kong's nephew, or that Cranky is Donkey Kong's dad, and then later on, they're just like, nope, Cranky's his grandpa, and Diddy's not his nephew, he's just his buddy. Way more than you. I mean, you're awesome too, of course. I really like the hoodie emote that Monica made there. It's like a turtle. It's like a turtle going in his shell when he's scared.
Little Red Riding Hood! That's perfect! Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, it was, do you miss working with Rare?
This footage of Greg Mails right here is from Rare Replay. That is a fantastic collection, by the way. If you have an Xbox One or an Xbox Series X, I highly recommend it. Lots of great games. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat was a fun game. I remember getting that on my birthday, I think, 2004. I would break a sweat when playing that game because it's just a lot of hitting the bongo drums. It's not like it's a huge workout or anything, but yeah, that game was a lot of fun. I still have my bongos, actually. They're sitting in my closet. earlier. I promise I do think that you're cool.
See what I have to deal with? This diaper baby is a migraine.
Golden Fredbear 707 has a question for Mario and Luigi. How did you guys feel when Bowser and Donkey Kong got into Skylanders and you all didn't? Skylanders is not a series I'm really into. I've seen my cousins play it, but it's not really my thing, so I had to do a little research for this one. I did see Bowser and Donkey Kong get into Skylanders, and it looked kind of cool, but I don't know, it's not really my thing, so. Apparently a lot of the kids watching this show love it, though, so that's cool.
I wonder if we'll ever get to be in a game where Amiibo actually summon playable characters, rather than costumes and, fish.
My Amiibo are especially...
That's actually something I kind of respect Nintendo for not doing. I mean, they made so many Amiibo and not everybody has the Amiibo that they want. So while part of me thinks it would be really cool to have a Nintendo Amiibo game, kind of like Skylanders, part of me also gets why they don't do it. Because it costs a lot of money to have to get all those Amiibo. I got like 30 of them, and I don't really buy them for their usage in the games. I pretty much just buy them because I think they look cool.
Yeah, that yellow jumpsuit and barrel are way cooler looking than my armor and sick hammer, right?
You know, there hasn't been a new Skylanders.
That went right over his head.
You think they'll finally let Spyro make a sequel to Year of the Dragon? Spyro 4 has had a long wait. Who's Spyro? You don't remember Spyro? He was a PlayStation mascot in the late 90s. Oh yeah, right.
I think some people were probably irritated at Mario for this. In Mario's defense, he's like super busy always doing stuff for Nintendo, and he doesn't always have time to keep track of all the other game characters. I mean, there are so many video game characters these days, so yeah. That's my defense for a fictional character in a video I made.
Mario, they... Never mind.
Crash Bandicoot 4 is awesome, by the way. Best Crash game ever. How do you feel about the Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope game? And Bowser, here's to hoping you get more screen time if you're lucky. Maybe you could be a DLC character like Donkey Kong in the first game. Ah, here's a game I know about. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm so glad the E3 trailer got such positive feedback. Something tells me Rabbid Rosalina is gonna be pretty popular. You're just waiting on Rabbid Daisy to appear.
Why, you want to dump the bimbo and date a rabbit bimbo instead?
No, I just want Daisy to appear in the game.
Kinda doubt Daisy will be in the game. Nintendo chooses to prioritize Rosalina instead. You know, if they put her and Wario and Waluigi in, I'm sure a lot of people would be happy.
I don't... Changing the subject now.
I love embarrassing and flustering Luigi. It's fun.
Creative environments for us to explore and battle in.
The nerds at Nintendo won't let me say if I'm a playable character or not. But if I am, hypothetically, my rabbit counterpart will be way cooler than the rest of them.
That was a really sick DLC for the first game. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the DK Island, the new version of DK Island from DK64 that they put in it.
And fire! I roast that furry butt of yours easily!
If there's one detail I'm happy with in this series, it's when one character is talking or two other characters are talking on the side. You can look on the other side and see what the other characters are doing. You can just see how they react. Like Mario and Luigi just looked at each other and shrugged. That's one thing that's important, making sure that the characters aren't just static and just stand still while the other characters are moving.
You sit in your stupid little hut and kiss that thing? Are you practicing for your date? Huh? Unported.
Okay, that's my other favorite moment in the video.
Well, that's all for now. Be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe.
I do feel a little weird about having the text be on the bottom of the screen, and it looks just like the text for Donkey Kong's speech. If I could go back, I wish I could change that. I remember being aware of it at the time, but I was just too lazy to fix it. But I doubt many people care. I tend to obsess over little things like that.
Actually, we take a break in between episodes. We usually make just one every month. Or every other month if SlickFrame is being lazy. What the? I'm not lazy. These take a long time to make.
Yes, but I actually am lazy sometimes. Sometimes I just need a little time to recharge, to feel the passion again to write a new episode. Sometimes it takes an extra week or two. I'd rather not force myself to make these unless, like, I actually have the passion to write them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, like, one of my concerns about being a content creator is making so many episodes that it eventually doesn't feel like a passion project. It instead feels like I'm just pumping these out like a factory or something. I don't want that to happen. I'm sure you guys would be happier if I made more episodes a little more frequently, but, you know, sometimes less is more.
Inside of a YouTube video. It's not the same thing. Ooh. Bro, relax. He'll get us out. I guess until he does.
In about 9 months or so. I've got you covered. One quick thing I'll say before this episode is over. I think when Diddy Kong comes on the show, I think I'll be the one to voice him, most likely. When I voice Donkey Kong, I just go like this. And I lower the pitch a bit. Whereas with Diddy Kong... Hold that thought. Anyways, as I was saying, I think I'll probably have Diddy Kong sound like this. Kind of try to make him sound like he did in Donkey Kong 64. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, he did talk a little bit in Diddy Kong Racing, but I don't know. I think I prefer his Donkey Kong 64 sound effects. And it would be weird if Diddy had a voice and Donkey Kong just did his ape sounds with text. So I'll probably end up having Diddy Kong also just use subtitles and his sound effects. Maybe I'll get somebody else to voice him. I don't know, but that's a long ways off. Anyways, thanks for watching this commentary video, everybody. And again, I will try to get episode 17 out sometime in the next couple weeks. Working real hard on it. Talk to you guys later.